Fanatec has a secret feature that could be a game changer if more people knew about it. And I actually went to Silverstone in real life to make this video as authentically and honestly as I can. And I do really think it's a game changer. So you can see we're here at Silverstone. I'm on a ClubSport DD Plus Porsche VGT wheel. Now the Porsche VGT wheel is not an essential component of this. The ClubSport DD Plus, it's not about the power, the 15 Nm or anything like that. This is about Fullforce, okay? So Fullforce is a game changer for Fanatec. And a lot of people think it's not even out yet or it's been delayed, but it's literally working right now, except, and I'm going to show you in this video obviously, I'm going to start with it off. And this is the reason why. Starting with Fullforce off, so I have it off right now, this is basically a similar experience to what you'll get on other direct drive wheelbases. I've got no mirrors here, so I'm going to have to try and merge into the traffic somehow. And yes, I get really good loading through the corners. This is a 15 Nm base. I'm running it at 75%. And again, as I turn in here, I can feel the tyres loaded. I can feel the grip in the middle of the corner. Absolutely fantastic. You know, this will compete with the ASETEK Forte. It competes kind of with a SimuCube 2 Pro, maybe a class below it. But essentially, I've got nice, sustained force feedback in the corners, so I know what the car's doing. Sounds great, right? I also have a little bit of road feel on the straights. When I go over the curbs, I can hear the curbs. I can feel big knocks in the curbs. So, you know, everything's fine, right? Except, this is a small thing. So, when I was driving these cars at Silverstone, it's a very powerful, high-performance cars, you are getting so much more sensation than I'm getting right now in iRacing. I also wonder if this contributes to the stereotype a lot of people have of iRacing, that it's kind of like it's ice skating and like you're on glass and you have these insta spins and you can't seem to save them and it's all unfair. I think there are reasons for that. So at the moment, this is very different to what it's actually like driving a car like this at Silverstone. I can tell you. Down this straight, this is almost like utterly different, okay? And the reason for that is you have to think about it. When you're driving a powerful car like this, you have a massive engine that's very powerful, either behind you, right behind you, or in front of you, okay? And I've driven, you know, McLarens with engines in the back. I've driven Astons with engines in the front. Okay, so you've got a big engine, very powerful. The throttle is extremely sensitive. I can't tell you how sensitive the throttle is, like super sensitive, okay? If you even breathe at the throttle, it's going to have a massive effect on the RPM of the engine, everything that's going on there, okay? So when you start to depress that throttle, you're making big changes to how the car's behaving. Now, with the force feedback at the moment, I'll just pull over here. There's none of that, okay? If I rev the car now, this is not exaggeration. You will know this. You can do this at home. If I rev the car now, the wheel is doing nothing. And because I don't have any haptics anywhere, I haven't got a bass shake or a butt kicker or whatever, I haven't got haptics on the pedals, I'm getting no sensation. And we never think about this, right? Because when you go into a corner, we feel the load of the tyres and we're like, okay, that's great. The force feedback's good. It's really strong. It's really powerful. But to me, this is kind of insane. Like, if you want to be in tune with the car. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on Fullforce and I'll explain how it works and I'm going to show you the difference. Okay, so here I am in the iRacing settings. You can see for some reason my wheel range is 902 degrees. But there we go. And we're going to scroll down here. I don't really like the new iRacing menu yet, by the way. I think there's a better way of doing this. But we're going to go down. You can see that my wheel force feedback is detected. Force feedback is on. Okay. So we have all of that on, right? And I'm not sure why that's saying 25. That might be from my old SimuCube, but there we go. So we have all of that on. Now, this is the important one. This is the TrueForce/Fullforce menu bit, okay? So we have a compatible wheel status detected. That's great. That's my ClubSport DD Plus. and I'm going to turn it on, okay? And you can see there's some settings here that you can adjust. You can also adjust it in the Fanatec app. You can also test it in the Fanatec app, which is a great feature. Like, that's genuinely a really good feature. You hold in the left shifter and you can test it. And you can also go into the .ini file and adjust it. Slightly embarrassingly, it's all called TrueForce, but it affects Fullforce, okay? So now I've turned on Fullforce. Let's see how it is. And remember, I promised this as a game changer, okay? So now, if I rev the car, you might even be able to hear it. The bass is powerful, so my whole rig is actually shaking as well. But now I can hear the car, the RPMs, and I can feel it. I can feel it all increasing. And now when I shift gear, I can feel the RPMs drop momentarily. I can feel different parts of the car being loaded, becoming taut. If you think about how a gear shift works and you momentarily go into neutral, you know, I can feel when the car's nice and calm. I can feel when the car is ready for progressive throttle, for progressive loading. I can feel when I'm being super aggressive with the car. And this is critical. When I'm out of the tyre loading area, if that makes sense, so kind of after I've gone through an apex and I'm unwinding the wheel, the force feedback sensation you get, the traditional force feedback sensation you get, goes very quickly. As you might expect, because it has to accurately replicate how the tyre's been loaded. But at those moments, you're really likely to be getting on the throttle. And this is a game changer thing. In fact, leave a fire emoji in the comments if you get what I'm saying. So you go through a corner and on the exit you start to unwind the wheel, okay? That means that you are losing force feedback in your wheelbase, which is fine. Like, that's okay. That makes sense. But as you unwind the wheel, at that moment, you're really getting on the throttle. Now, without Fullforce or TrueForce, as you get on the throttle, you don't feel any more sensations in the wheel. So you don't feel when you're overdoing it. You don't feel like, hang on, the RPM's climbing quite high. That's because I'm limited on traction. The back end's coming round. But with Fullforce, you do. So, for example, like here, as I get on the power, as I'm unwinding the wheel, I have a greater understanding of what the car's doing. And this is one of those settings that I'm never going to turn off. If I've got a Fullforce enabled wheel, that ain't coming off. So yes, I can load up the car here through stow, loading it. Look. It's live TV, folks. It's live TV. I load up the car there, I can feel it. You know, I could feel that I was on the limit of grip and I was understeering into the car on my outside. But as I get on the power, and this last corner here is a great example because it's such an oversteery corner as you go past the apex, like here. There, how many times have we all spun into the pit wall after you've gone through the corner, but it's because we're a little bit too greedy with... Whoa, we're a little bit too greedy with the throttle post getting past the apex. And this is extremely... I also have done some single-seater racing in wet conditions. Unbelievable. In fact, not strictly racing, but driving a single-seater in wet conditions. You even think about breathing on the throttle pedal and the back end's coming round. And trying to do that without Fullforce, it's just going to be more difficult. We'll try and go through stow again. So it's loaded, it's loaded, it's loaded, it's loaded. Now it's unloaded, it goes away, and I get on the power here. And I can feel the sensation of power feeding through. Big old send on the Mustang, maybe not. Cutting back, no track. Oh my god, ate that curb. Turning in early, so it's going to be risky on exit. I just feel more consistently locked into the car. Like I know what the car... I'm going to send this. I know what the car's doing at all times. Oh, I can hear it! I'm having an incredible experience now. Like, this is I could just go around here forever. And this is very, very, very close now to the real thing. I can tell you, having gone down here at 140 miles an hour, slamming on the brakes, going down the gears, turning in, trying to hug your apex, patience, patience, getting on the power, feeling the camber change, thinking about getting through our inside, again, slamming on the brakes as late as possible here, trying to get as close to the curb on the inside, squirter throttle in the middle, lifting a bit. This is very close to the real thing. Very, very, very close. And Fullforce is a genuine... There we go. There we go. I could feel it happening. It's really, really, really close to the real thing. So Fullforce, again, not a gimmick. It does exist in iRacing. Please, Fanatec, bring it to more games. Bring it to Gran Turismo. You know, if anyone's got a base like this and you're not using it, please turn it on and use it. And if you have used it, let me know what you think in the comments. Some more videos around here. Please subscribe if this helped you out. And I hope to see you in the next one.